Type in the comments, God is in control. Let me tell y'all what happened. So the other day, right, it was time for me to take out the garbage. The thing is that I have been doing some cleaning, right? And because I have been doing some cleaning, I had more garbage than usual. The can usually holds about 3 garbage bags. I had 5. Because I had 5 garbage bags, I decided, you know what, Gina? Take the garbage to the curb. Garbage goes out the next day anyway, so just take it to the curb. And that's what I did. I pushed the garbage can to the curb, and then the 2 extra bags I put next to the garbage can. I didn't think nothing of it because there wasn't really much food in the garbage bags that was on the side. Little scraps, because the food was in the garbage bags that was in the garbage can. Y'all following me? So I put it on the curb. I was happy. I got rid of it, got it out the house. It's on the curb, right? Time passes, and later on that evening, it just so happened I look outside, and lo and behold, I see a dog, a stray dog, and he is going in on my garbage bag. I guess, dogs have a keen sense of smell, and I guess he can smell that there's something that he can have. And honey, he is going in, honey. Those who know me know that me and dogs, we just don't mix. I mean, I'm not afraid of them, but I don't want to pet them either. So I'm like, okay, Gina, what you gonna do? You're either going to let the dog continue and eventually they'll stop because they'll see that there's nothing for them to have, or you're going to go out there and tell that dog to move. So after, contemplating and talking to myself over and over about it, I said, Gina, you really don't want this dog to tear through this bag and drag all of that stuff that's in that garbage bag up and down this block. You don't want that. You don't want that. So I went outside, and immediately when I opened the door, I said, hey, baby, that dog kept chewing, honey. He kept trying to pull through the bag, and matter of fact, he had ripped the bag open, but he kept going. Like if I didn't say, hey, he didn't even look up. So that just showed me that, I didn't project my voice loud enough. I thought I did. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Simba on The Lion King when he was told to roar and he came out with that little, I guess that was my hey, because the dog didn't budge. So I said, hey again, but this time louder. I mean, it was so much louder that my neighbor looked over, because I had neighbors outside. They looked over and the dog looked up, and I said, shoot. And it left. Now, when I came outside, I came prepared with an extra garbage bag. And so I had my gloves on, and I took that garbage bag that the dog ripped open. I put it in a new garbage bag, and anything that was on the ground, I picked it up. I put it in the garbage can, tied it up. And so I told myself, come on, Gina, how about we roll this garbage can back towards the house? Right? And the 2 bags that you had on the side, let's bring them back towards the house. And then I took one of the bags and tried to push it, stuff it down in the garbage can. So now there's 4 bags in the garbage can, but the lid won't go all the way on. Because remember, I told you only 3 bags can fit. But I pushed it in there, put the lid on, and I left 1 bag on the side of the can. But I tried to hide it, right? Because it's on the side of the house. So I told myself, Gina, in the morning, when you take your son to school, you're just going to push the can back to the curb, and as well as that garbage bag, and you should be fine because the garbage man is going to come and pick it up. But I remembered when I closed the door, I said, God, please look over my garbage bag, because I didn't want the dog or his friends to come back and try to break this bag open. So I was like, please, God, look over my garbage bag. Y'all, I promise I'm getting somewhere. Just follow me and type in the comments, God is in control. So like I was saying, I asked God to watch my garbage bag, and I put my son to sleep when it was time. And I noticed that every so often I kept going to the door or to the window looking to make sure that the dog did not come back to touch the garbage bag. I mean, I kept checking. Have you ever been waiting on something or looking for something or watching something and you just kept looking, kept checking? Baby, I kept checking. Like if I was security. Eventually, I went to bed and I woke up the next morning and I was excited. I just knew, I went to that door to check and baby, the garbage bag was wide open. Do you hear me? Bust open. Kaboom. Guess who stepped in the room? Open. So, of course, I breathe a big sigh because I'm just like, oh, this, first of all, is embarrassing because I got garbage. I just know my garbage is all over my front yard and I got to now clean all of this up before the garbage man comes so he can then take the garbage to wherever it needs to go. And I said, Gina, don't worry about it. I get my son ready for school and we head out the door. My son came to help me tell the rest of the story. So we walk outside.
You walk outside.
You gonna tell the story?
Yes.
Okay, what happened? Come in the camera and tell us the story. What happened?
Once on a time, the 3-year-old goat and the heart he blew the house down.
Oh, it blew the house down?
Yes.
Oh, wow. So we walk outside, and yes, the bag is wide open, but everything that's in the bag is still contained within the bag. Once again, type God is in control. Because can we be real about it? Can I be transparent? Because I'm sure we've all been there. See, when I had asked God to watch the bag the night before, and I woke up that morning and saw that the bag was wide open, like bust open, like everything just showing, I immediately was like, God, I told you to watch the bag. Like I gave it to you, But what I also did was I gave it to him, but I kept checking. I kept looking out the window. I kept peeping. We all do it. We ask God, here, God, I can't take it anymore. Here, God, I need you to handle it. But yet we want to put our 2 cents in it. Yet we give it to him and then we take it back. We want to be his admin assistant. We want to be his virtual assistant. He don't need our help. If we gave it to him, give it to him and go to bed. Secondly, I was reminded about how the results were not what I expected. But even though they were not what I expected, he still came through for me. I asked him to watch the garbage bag. The garbage bag is what he watched. See, oftentimes we ask God for things or ask him to come through for us, but we also have the expectation of how we want it done. We want it done the way we want it done. We want it packaged the way we want it packaged. We want it when we want it. And see, I wanted God to watch the garbage bag and ensure that the garbage bag remained whole. And what he did was he watched it and the bag was ripped open, but everything was still within the bag. It could have been spread all over. The same is for whatever situation you got going on. He said, I got this. I don't need your help. And anything that you lost, if I needed it, you wouldn't have lost it. I am that I am. I got this. This is minute for me. So be encouraged. I know it was a long story. Type in the comments, God is in control. Make sure you share this with someone who needs the encouragement and tell them to let it go. He got this. Didn't nothing catch him by surprise. He knew the dog was coming. I didn't, but he did. He got you, boo. He got you. Rest assured, it will be okay. I love you. Thanks for hanging with me. And as always, I'm rooting for you.